Saw it before, was phenomenal.
Toy analysts say there's definitely a market for ugly.
This is what the children of America really and truly want, and they are going to find a way to purchase it.
Not everyone is a smack-up fan. The National Safety Council is less than enthusiastic.
What kind of a message are we sending to our children when we talk about somebody with a piece of glass stuck in their face or an automobile muffler impaled through their body? Is that funny? Is that fun? What are we telling our children?
Smack-ups aren't alone in the market. There are weird masks, bad balls, and creepy kids. All in all, $50 to $70 million worth of sales a year so far. Those smack-ups aren't even available yet. The company's projecting sales in the first year of 4 to 8 million units. And the company's already working on an additional 24 smack-ups to add to the collection. Jan Hopkins, CNN, New York.
Today's forecast calls for snow in the southern Rockies. Rain is likely along the northern Pacific coast and across much of Texas into southern Louisiana. Clear skies are in the forecast along the east coast. Highs in the 30s or 40s for most of the nation, with readings in the 70s over parts of Florida. There's a place you can go to get a taste of Christmas. Jane Barry tells the sticky story of the candy cane.
Something good is always cooking at the Candy Manor, but this time of year, the best things cooking are candy canes. A mixture of sugar, water, and corn syrup is heated in the old copper bowl. When it reaches 300 degrees, it is poured into a pan to cool.
We just move it back and forth with big, like, putty knives to cool it off and to get it to thicken up. And then once it's thickened up, it's ready to put on the hook.
By working it on the hook, air bubbles enter the taffy-like ball. This will make the finished product edible. Without air bubbles, it would be just too tough to bite into. And they must use protective gloves because even at this point, the mixture is around 200 degrees.
Then we pull it off the hook and put it back down, and we make it into what's called a loaf. And then we add 4 stripes, which is just the same mixture with a little food coloring in it. And then we just start pulling on the end.
The candy canes are now finished, and the whole process has taken just about 20 minutes. And everyone agrees the results couldn't be better.
It's good.
Kids just love it. But it's not just for kids. It's, I think everybody gets a real feeling of holiday spirit from watching it and from participating.
For CNN, Jane Barry, Chatham, Cape Cod.
That's our report. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Lyn Vaughn. Around the world in 30 minutes, this is Headline News.
The same deadly power and radiation released by these nuclear explosions also exists within the walls of these quiet buildings, near these people's homes, near their food, their water, their children's playground. How would you feel living in a nuclear nightmare? Dark Circle, 5 p.m. Eastern on the Superstation today.
Oil prices and a hot oil company. Inside Business talks to John Hall, head of Ashland Oil.
Tonight at 6:30 Eastern on CNN.
From Turner Broadcasting System, this is the Headline News Network.
If you think you can never wear Lee press-on nails because of the active things you do, try these. Active Length Lee press-on nails. Easy to put on as natural length, as flattering as Glamour Length Lee press-on nails, but in a length that beautifies active hands. Active Length Lee press-on nails. Beautiful, yet sturdy enough to use over and over. They take your favorite polish so well, they're almost impossible to chip. Active Women Press-On. Lee Active Length Press-On Nails.
Hi, I'm Paul Horning. Football's always been a big part of my life, and to keep up, I always go straight to the source, the sporting news. It gives me more than all the other sports weeklies and monthlies, plus the complete story on baseball, basketball, hockey, and boxing. Here's how you can get it all and save a bundle in the bargain.
You'll get 36 issues of the Sporting News for 3 easy payments of only $5.99. You'll also get special preview issues at no extra cost. So call now toll-free, 1-800-257-1333, 1-800-257-1333.
Headline News, I'm Lyn Vaughn. The experimental aircraft Voyager is zipping along the northern coast of South America at about 129 miles an hour. Greg Lamont reports if all goes according to plan, the Voyager should be home for Christmas.
Despite 7 grueling days of non-stop flight that has included a takeoff that damaged the wingtips, several severe thunderstorm systems, including a typhoon, fears about the fuel supply aboard Voyager, several hours of crisis trying to get pilot Dick Rutan to leave the pilot seat for rest, near engine failure, the plane being momentarily knocked on its side with Rutan saying he almost lost it, bruised bodies from being knocked around inside the cabin, and total fatigue, pilots Dick Rutan and Jeannie Yeager are flying around having a good time, according to Mission Control's Mike Hance. Hance says the pilots are in good spirits. They are heading for Costa Rica over the Atlantic Ocean, hugging the coast of South America, with weather problems apparently behind them. Smooth sailing is in store for Voyager, according to Mission Control. The FAA, in the meantime, is ordering all planes to stay away from Voyager as she heads home. There's fear of Sunday drivers in the sky trying to get a glimpse of the bird, hindering the flight. But as it stands now, Voyager will be touching down at Edwards Air Force Base Tuesday at 12:22 in the afternoon, we're told, with fuel to spare. Greg Lamont, CNN, Mojave, California.
Kilauea's fiery fingers are reaching out for more homes in Kalapana, Hawaii's largest subdivision. 2 streams broke away from the main 8-mile-long flow yesterday, consuming 4 houses. The lava destroyed 13 homes Friday. That was the worst single-day toll since the volcano's eruptions began 2 years ago. Anglican Church envoy Terry Waite is about to start a new effort to free the hostages in Lebanon. An aide says Waite wants the hostages to know they are not forgotten during the holidays. He plans to visit Beirut before Christmas. 5 Americans are thought to be held in Lebanon. They are not the only such prisoners, though. The Iranian government holds Egyptians as prisoners from its war with Iraq, and there are indications they may soon be released. Ben McNitt reports.
In the 6 years of fighting along the Iraq-Iran war front, tens of thousands of soldiers have been taken prisoner. Some are Egyptians, recruited into the Iraqi army, are captured as workers at positions overrun by Iranian soldiers. At least 1 million Egyptians, mostly peasants like these, have been drawn to higher wages in Iraq. As many as 40,000 wound up in the Iraqi army. Verified figures are unavailable, but several hundred Egyptians have been captured and are being held in Iranian POW camps. On a recent Tehran visit, this Egyptian journalist was told the Iranians are interested in striking a deal with Cairo for the Egyptian POWs.
An official from the foreign ministry in Iran told me that we want a political price to release these prisoners.
Egypt has sold Iraq at least $1 billion in arms and ammunition.
We want Egypt to lessen the weapons or to stop it, to not to give military advice to the Iraqi government.
Egypt supports Iraq to hold back a tidal wave of Muslim fundamentalism it fears would be released by victory for Tehran's Islamic Revolution. Egyptian officials aren't interested in a new version of an arms for prisoners deal.
This is not a political question. This is a humanitarian question.
Iranian motives in the affair are unclear. To sow Iraqi-Egyptian discord, to barter lives and weapons, to hint at an end to Iranian isolation. Whatever the case, Cairo shows no interest at present in pursuing a deal with Tehran. Ben McNitt, CNN, Cairo.
Today's Washington Post says at least one of the American hostages in Lebanon is ill, and concern for the Americans' welfare has prompted the White House to resume sending messages to Iran through Switzerland. Also on Capitol Hill, the House Intelligence Committee hopes to wind up its investigation of the Iran-Contra scandal by Christmas. Members are hoping to hear from retired Major General Richard Secord. So far, he has refused to testify. Soviet human rights activist Andrei Sakharov is packing his bags, preparing to go home to Moscow Tuesday. The Nobel Peace Prize winner says he doesn't know why the Kremlin decided to end his 7-year exile in Gorky, and he has vowed to continue to fight for others who want to emigrate. For the 3rd straight day, thousands of students marched in protest in downtown Shanghai, China. At least 7 are reported arrested. The students are demanding the release of some 200 fellow protesters they say have been in police custody since yesterday. They're also calling for democratic reforms. Images of devastation. They are depicted in some special drawings by children in Central America. Gloria Hillard reports on these pictures of war.
On a wall in the Los Angeles Children's Museum are drawings by children. They are pictures of war seen through the eyes of children. These children, refugees of war-torn Central America. Rainbows in the sky, so common to children's art, are replaced by helicopters. There are no flowers, only images of fear. Houses burn, and there are soldiers, always soldiers.
And the bullets coming out from the soldiers' guns are the bullets that they saw kill their friends and relatives and parents. That's the reality.
Janet Spritzler collected the drawings from teachers in Mexican refugee camps who had the children put on paper their experiences to help them heal. Some of the children, who range from ages 7 to 14, put words to their pictures. They are stories in the headlines, written in crayon.
It just puts a little light on the whole situation. It kind of hits you at your gut. That's what it does. And it makes me thank God that this little girl won't be growing up in that environment.
Thanks very much.
The exhibit, entitled War Through the Eyes of Children, is on tour throughout the United States.
I think it should give us all pause to think what hostilities and war and that kind of an environment does to children who are innocent victims.
They are pictures of war, a glimpse of a child's nightmare. Gloria Hillard, CNN, Los Angeles.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and his troop are giving old St. Nick a pull from his new home near the North Pole. The reindeer and Santa, or someone who looks like him, began their journey on Friday of bringing gifts and lots of holiday cheer to hundreds of kids in the area and grown-ups alike. Santa left from his new permanent home, which includes a new workshop and a radio station housed in a log cabin. It was provided by Finnish authorities. Coming up on Headline News, ex-fundamentalists are seeking help with an overdose of religion. We'll be back.
Introducing Metaprin, when your body hasn't got time for the pain.
I haven't got time for the pain. I haven't got room for the pain. No, I haven't got time for the pain anymore.
Metaprin with ibuprofen, once only in prescription strength, relieves body pain, even minor arthritis pain fast, and it's safer to your stomach than aspirin.
I haven't got time for the pain.
When your body hasn't got time for the pain, new Metaprin from the makers of Tylenol products.
No battery has the energy to outrun the Energizer, even in a photo flash.
Energizer. It do run, run, run. It do run, run. Energizer. It do run, run.
No battery outruns the Energizer.
Imagine the power of two great computer companies coming together as one. Resources not just doubled, but raised to the power of two. Introducing Unisys. True competition in the computer industry, and a single winner will emerge. You.
Trying to redesign your home, kitchen, bathroom, or landscaping? Can't seem to get the arrangement quite right? Try Planaflex, the reusable peel and stick way to create perfect plans for your entire home quickly, easily, and inexpensively. All this and it's fun, too. For your nearest dealer, call 1-800-245-8779. 1-800-245-8779. Planaflex.